I am the classroom teacher for the SHAE Program, which is Strengthening Hamilton Aboriginal Education. I like to market the program as being anti-school because I think it's the best place for kids to be, especially kids that are interested in Aboriginal culture. And part of it is that we are able to govern ourselves. So we base everything around what kids want, and we try to capture student voice, and we decide activities based on whatever you guys are interested in. Part of it is cultural stuff, cooking, working out, meeting people, going out in the community. I think the idea for the film program is that two things. Kids had said recently that they're having a really hard time finding a job. And one of those things is because they're competing against college students and adults for the same jobs, right? And I think it's important for young people to do something that's valuable. And the film project came about because there's a big push right now with the Save the Evidence campaign, which is at the Woodland Cultural Center and the Mohawk Institute. And one of the ideas is that you, the kids who are going to be part of the filmmaking project, could start to capture some of the dialogue with elders to say what would make life in school successful. And why does SHAE work for certain kids? Why does SHAE work for kids? That's what I want kids to answer, based on their spiritual needs, their emotional needs, their physical needs, and their mental needs. Right? So that's what the film project's all about. Having kids answer an inquiry question and at the same time get paid.
it started.
Okay.
Ask me some hard-hitting questions. I'm Mohawk and French. I want to be like an actress and do like stuff with film, like producing and stuff like that. And then because you don't really see very many Native actresses that are famous, and if I did become famous one day, then I would, you know how everybody kind of has that message, like Leonardo DiCaprio, his thing is all about like global warming. I would want to do like Native rights, kind of be like a Native rights activist. The racist problems that happen at my school, there's lots of like rich white kids that don't really understand what it's like to have less or to feel less than others because of your race. So I think the problem is that people aren't understanding. They're not compassionate, they're not understanding towards other people because that's like uncool. Okay, I would be like have magical powers with like touch, where if I touch somebody, their drug addictions, alcohol addictions, and their emotional distress is all just taken away. And everybody has peace and understanding. Everybody's different. Like nobody, like, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes if you smile at somebody, they won't smile back. So, yeah. You don't learn a lot of traditional culture only because not a lot of people know it, unless you live on the reserve, which I don't. So, I mean, I go to powwows and, you know, we eat fry bread, but a lot of the Native tradition is like, it's kind of lost, especially if you don't live on the reserve. Then, like, I don't speak the language. I don't, like, that's why I came here in the first place. So, I think that coming here would be, like, good for me. And maybe, you know, like, reaching out and finding more programs to help Native youth find out more about their culture. And maybe in schools, try and change it for other Natives so that it doesn't continue, so that it just, like, it's just learning, everybody learns more and more. You don't, because right now, like, a lot of Natives complain about how we don't learn enough in schools, but nobody's really doing enough to change that and to change the cycle of how young Natives aren't learning, they're being whitewashed, they're not learning the culture. And that's just like me, so maybe I can change that. And that's like one day how I want to be kind of like an actress and a Native rights activist. Maybe that can help that.
I have, 3 brothers and 3 sisters, from ages from 17 all the way down to 3. It's a busy household. I love animals. I'm part of like a reptile sanctuary because my sisters have like, I have a snake and she has a snake. So I want to be part of like a reptile sanctuary for all the reptiles. The people that people throw out because they don't want them.
I'm adopted, so I'm not really sure what nationality I am, so I know that I'm Native American though, so later on in life I would like to become a police officer. I don't really have an actual reason why, I just think it's nice to keep peace and everyone's safe. I like to make people feel safe in life, so I think it's important to feel safe because everyone wants to feel safe in their life, make sure there's no danger or harm anywhere. Just moving around from foster care to foster care, it just didn't feel like I connected with any family members or anything. I've been moved around too many times to really get that real connection with people. I'll make sure that I can do everything in my power to make them feel like they're loved and wanted. Yeah, I'm happy here. My other schools are not all that fun to be at. It didn't feel like I didn't belong there because of like who I am and where I come from. There's just more of other problems there. Like there's a whole bunch of snobby white rich kids there that like to pick on people for no reason, things like that. It was hard making friends there because no one gives you like chances or anything. Yeah. They just judge right away off of what people say.
My name is Darian. I play the piano, and yeah, I like to hang out with my friends and draw and hang out in my treehouse. I want to be a mental health and addictions counselor when I'm older. I like to help people, and I want to help people in situations that aren't so good. I grew up around a lot of pain with mental addiction or mental health and addictions. There was a lot of it in my family and around me, so I feel like I could help others overcome it. I feel like mental health is a very big issue nowadays, and a lot of people suffer with mental health issues. And having good mental health is one of the most important things. Mental health is just as important as physical health, so I feel like mental health should be addressed as importantly as physical health. So anxiety and depression have been, big issues in our family.
Some people see me as a leader here. On and off a bit. I've been a part of the center since I was very, very little. The youth around here, a lot of them are really disconnected from their culture. They've adapted to the city life, so to speak, and some of them are interested in gaining that connection back. Some of them just want to have a place where they can feel safe and be with their friends. I offer programming every night but Thursdays. So what I do is I work with them with drumming. I give them teachings. We do cultural activities. I teach them the different skills that we use as original people to this land. And anything that they come up with that they want to learn, I can incorporate it into the programming as well. So I teach them drumming, I teach them beading, how to make dream catchers, medicine wheels. We give teachings on the medicines and how to use them properly, everything like that. So we mix it up. We use the water drum from the Haudenosaunee nations, and I also teach them big drum and hand drum songs as well. That's from Ojibwe and Cree nations.